All right, so the question came up lately. Had someone ask me, hey, I'm struggling to get through my workouts. My energy is low during the workouts. I'm struggling to get through the workouts. What do I need to do to be able to get through these workouts more effectively? And I started asking some questions. I'll kind of walk you through the thought process. First thing we talked about was nutrition. So I said, well, what are you eating before workouts? What does your typical daily nutrition look like? And this person had been losing some weight. They lost something like 8 to 10 pounds over the last month and was moving forward and doing pretty good in a lot of areas. But they said, I feel like I'm struggling to get through the workouts on certain days. So we started going over nutrition. First thing we talked about, they work out in the mid to later morning. I said, well, what do you have for breakfast? She said, well, I typically have a protein bar, like half of a protein bar and a piece of fruit before I come in, just enough to get me through the workout. And then I typically eat a pretty balanced breakfast afterwards, something like eggs with some kind of carbs. I think she had some fruit or something like that. Again, pretty balanced breakfast from there. I said, well, overall, that's pretty good. Typically on the protein bars, I'm not huge on the protein bars. I'd rather have some kind of whole food type of thing. A lot of the protein bars are just more like processed food, kind of like candy bars a lot of times. But overall, she's losing weight. She's doing good. The number one key thing we're looking for with nutrition, that you are feeling good. You got good energy, mental clarity. You're feeling good just in general. The way your body composition is improving, well, she was doing that, and your workout performance is improving. So we're struggling a little bit on the workout performance side and on just feeling good and being able to get through the workouts well. So the protein bar is like, I don't think it's that so much. That's something that we might eventually work on improving in that area, but overall I don't think it's a big issue. Then we started to go into, all right, what's the next set of questions we started asking? She had pretty balanced meals the rest of the day. And I said, all right, what about your water intake? How are we doing on your water? She said, I drink a lot of water. Okay, so how much water do you normally drink? And it was something like well over a gallon of water per day. It was quite a bit of water. I said, well, what about salt intake? I don't eat any salt at all. I said, okay, that's where our problem is. What you need to realize is this: water and salt play a huge they have to be balanced together. They play a huge role in your energy levels, especially getting through workouts. So if you feel like you're fading in your workouts, addressing your water and salt balance is probably one of the biggest things that we need to do. One of the biggest misconceptions I believe that's out there when it comes to health, one of the biggest half-truths you could say, is that we're supposed to drink a lot of water and cut out all the salt. Now, the typical recommendations are, if you're eating a whole bunch of processed food and you don't drink any water, that you need to drink more water and you need to cut out the salt, because processed foods have a lot of salt in them. But if you're eating fairly clean, okay, you need to make sure that you are staying hydrated and that you are getting your water and salt balance correctly. I always tell everybody, if you're getting dehydrated and you went to the ER and they were to get your fluids back up, they're not going to give you a bag of water, they're going to give you a bag of saline. So water and salt plays a big role in energy levels in your workouts. Being able to move electrolytes back and forth across your cell membranes plays a big role in the energy levels that you have in your workout. So how do we do that? Pretty simple. 50 to 70 ounces of water per day is typically about right for most people. 50 to 70 ounces of water. You don't need to drink a gallon of water per day. You have to be using the bathroom a lot, these types of things. And then whenever you eat cooked food, you salt your food to taste, and you use a good salt like Celtic sea salt, Himalayan salt, something like that. 50 to 70 ounces of water per day. Salt your food to taste. And that will typically balance your water and salt back out. And a lot of people struggle with this misconception. I need to drink a whole lot of water. I need to cut out my salt. We need to get those two in balance together. Salt plays a huge role in energy levels. Water-salt balance plays a huge role in energy levels. So we got to make sure that we're getting those balanced together. So if you find you are struggling to get through workouts, your energy levels are low, this would be one of the things that we would always look at right away, would be a water-salt balance.